Hello and welcome to the Clarence and Tom Show, where today we'll be reviewing the 2014 remake of Robocop, starring a bunch of faceless actors and directed by a bloke you've probably never heard of. So Clarence, what did you think of the 2014 remake of Robocop?
Well, personally, Tom, I thought it was a pile of dog shit that had no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
That's a bit harsh, Clarence. You're saying that everything about this film is shit.
Yes, Tom. It was shockingly bad. The script was dull and boring, the acting was flat and unengaging, the casting was terrible, the special effects looked like Xbox graphics, the direction was sloppy and inconsistent, and the plot was uninteresting and convoluted.
So it wasn't as good as the original then?
No, Tom. The original was tight, clever, well written and well acted. This film is the exact opposite.
Yes, but couldn't it be argued that remakes should be different in order to differentiate them from the original?
Yes, Tom, but it's wrong to say that just because something is different, it's automatically good. The remake of The Fly wasn't good because it approached the subject matter from a different angle. It was good because it was a brilliantly made film. The same is true of The Thing and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1978 version, of course.
So what you're saying is the new Robocop could have been good, but it wasn't.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Tom. But for one reason or another, something went horribly wrong and the whole thing turned out to be a complete disaster.
Okay, so let's break it down. Why do you think this film was a complete car crash?
I think the writer and director are the main culprits. They failed to exploit the most interesting aspects of the premise and delivered a badly paced, badly scripted, badly told mess that was completely boring and totally uninteresting.
Why was the story so bad?
Well, for a start, the primary plotline about Murphy being Robocop was overwhelmed by the melodramatic subplot involving his family. This could have worked if it had been done right, but the whole thing felt forced. It was as if the filmmakers were holding a gun to your head and telling you must sympathise with the man as he's been through a lot. But it didn't, because there was nothing likeable about them at all.
Alex Murphy wasn't likeable, but he's an all-American hero.
Not in this film, Tom. Here he's pretty much a narcissist who recklessly risks his life, career and family, showing little or no regard to the consequences of his actions. He also talks like a WWF wrestler and treats his wife and child as little more than objects. His wife comes across as cold and masculine, and his son is portrayed as no more than a walking, talking plot device.
What about the other characters? Were they dull too?
Well, Michael Keaton, who plays Steve Jobs, doesn't really come across as evil enough to be the main bad guy. Gary Oldman, who plays Bill Gates, is okay, but the character gets way too much screen time. Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Glenn Beck as a Nazi, is slightly miscast, and the rest of the characters aren't even worth mentioning because they're too faceless and generic.
Do you think the script could have done with a few more drafts?
Possibly, Tom, but with Jose, whatever his name is, directing, the result would probably have been the same. I don't really think this guy can do drama. Modern shaky cam action, yes, but proper filmmaking, no.
And what makes you such an expert?
I paid to see this film, Tom. It was made for people like me. If films were purely for the benefit of the cast and crew, there'd be no film industry.
Yeah, I suppose you do have a point. So, what else about this film did you absolutely hate?
Well, I've never been a big fan of shaky cam, and this film has a lot of it. There's also a weird racist joke halfway through the film that's slightly odd and out of context. There's literally no violence or bad language, which is unusual for a Robocop film, and Lewis, who used to be a woman, is now a man.
What's wrong with that?
I liked Lewis as a woman.
Me too. So Clarence, in your honest opinion, how many stars would you give the 2014 remake of Robocop?
Tom, I'd give this film 1 out of 5. The writing is dull, drab and unintelligent. The plot is unfocused and meandering. The characters are unlikable and boring. It's badly shot and badly paced. And there are few, if any, memorable scenes or moments in the entire movie. Like I said earlier, Tom, it's a pile of dog shit.
So there we have it. Join us next time on the Clarence and Tom Show for more movie-related opinions, filmmaking tips, and me talking to myself. We don't say goodbye on the Clarence and Tom Show. We always say, good journey.